In this session, we'll be looking at how to use and create a quiz in Moodle. So once again, you'll need to go to your course where you're interested in making it, turn editing on, and then select add an activity. So we're going to go over here. From the drop-down menu, we get quiz. We wait as it loads. And again, anything in red with an asterisk must have some content. So we'll call this practice quiz 101. You can have a description here, and this will sort of tell the students what the quiz is about or any pre-information that you'd like to have. This is a practice quiz intended to help people build more in the future. And I can't spell, we won't tell Whittem about that. Again, we can decide to display this if you really want to let the students know what it is or not. Some important pieces here are when you decide for the quiz to be available. So you could create this in advance by a day or a week and then not make it available for the learners until a set amount of time. So we're going to go and click enable. So today is the 14th. Let's start at 8 a.m. And it really depends upon what you want to use the quiz for, is how long you set it for and whether it's open or not. And I want a close time on it. So you could have it set only open for a couple of days, only for a couple of hours. It's really sort of up to you. In this particular case, I'm going to change it and make it open until, I don't know, the 30th. And I often use midnight, but that's because I'm in university and it's pretty common there nowadays. So we'll scroll down to 23. You can also set a time limit. If you go and click here, we could decide, you know what, the students only get 40 minutes for this quiz, and we want them finished at that point. You can decide how many attempts they have. So you may want it unlimited, you may want 1, 2, or 3. What you should consider, though, is occasionally, especially the first time you're trying it, is the kids may make a couple of errors and not even get a chance to really get into the quiz if you only put it really low. You can decide how you want your grading method. And if you have gradebook set up, you can decide whether it's going to be a quiz, a test, projects, term 2. And if you're not using gradebook on here, just leave it as uncategorized. And then you can just take the marks off afterwards. You can decide if you want the questions to be shown in order, new page every page. You can shuffle with the answers, create some variability. It makes it a little more difficult for kids sitting next to each other to be reading the same questions. And then same thing if you want feedback. You can how a question behaves so they get some information later. It can be adaptive. And then this is where it's really important and can be used in a number of different ways for feedback. So they might get information initially. They might have to wait until a whole test is completed and all of them have been marked. It can be after one attempt. So it's really sort of up to you and how you're using the quiz as to whether you decide to turn things on or off. So let's turn on during the attempt. This stuff, not such a big deal in terms of the users. If you want, you could only let certain people into the quiz. So you could say, oh, it's going to require a password and it'll be enforced delay between the attempts. So let's say, you know what, I really want them to go and do some review. So I'm going to make it that they have to wait 25 minutes, in which case they could go and therefore study for 10 minutes, hopefully, and then go forward. This isn't the scoring rubrics for using multiple choice or matching where they give automatic results. You can tally the score and then write, hey, very well done. And you could decide that 80% well done. And then as you get set lower, so maybe down here at 60%, you need to go and review several of the points, including blah 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 blah. The groups are really useful if you are teaching more than one of the same class. So rather than having all of them grouped together, you can split it into, class A, class B, and class C. So it's easier rather than having to search all the way through the kid's name. Then we can go save and display. Oh, tells me I missed something. So what did I miss? We missed something here. This will occasionally happen. Display course page, practice 101. Alright. I don't see anything we're missing. Display, turn on pictures. Turn off. Oh, right. There's our gaps here. So we're just going to take these out in this particular region. That should save it. No, still didn't like that. Alright, so we're learning the hard way here. 60. 50. 40. Haha. Sorted. That should do it. And now at this point, we can go and edit the quiz. And this will allow us to add questions. And you have a number of different types of questions that can be added. You can decide whether you want on 1 page, 2 pages. So you can decide, well, I want matching, I want multiple choice, and the short answer are definitely options that you can use and are fairly easy to have it auto-marked. Your one issue with your short answer is that you'll need to provide some options for the correct response for it to auto mark. So testing how to use the quiz. Alright, let's call this question 1. How to use the quiz in Moodle. We're going to give it 1 mark. I could put feedback in here. At the moment, I'm not going to worry too much. Answer, turn editing on. You may want to select another variant they might hit. Select activity or start editing. And this will give you some range. If they missed the wrong answer or they think they got it wrong, you can also manually check and rescore it. So you don't have to worry too much if you're like, well, hey, I've got the right answer, but it's not showing up as correct. That's okay. You can manually fix that. And now we can save changes. Oh, I did it again. I missed something here. One of the nice things is it will tell you what regions you have missed. You have to pick a mark here, let's say 100%. And 0. And there we go. I've got my quiz added. So now if they were to go back, they would actually see this quiz and be able to provide an answer. Really, it takes a bunch of exploring to decide what type of questions you want to use. Again, you can pre-build some questions and they'll sit over in this data bank on the side here, so you don't have to create them every single time. It's easy to just drag and drop, or you can reuse questions in different courses. You don't necessarily have to recreate the same question over and over.